Coming up on tonight's programme, qualifications for cash.
I did a test for you.
Okay.
That's why you're paying £500. But don't go telling people.
The college helping people to cheat tests to become minicab drivers on London's roads. We confront the fraudsters behind the scam.
You've been arranging qualifications for cash. We've got you secretly recorded doing it. Why have you been doing it?
Not me.
Transport bosses have now launched an investigation with an exclusive report. Hello and welcome to the programme. We start tonight with a BBC London investigation which has found that hundreds of minicab drivers may be working illegally on London's roads after buying qualifications for cash. Our undercover filming exposes the college helping people to cheat the mandatory exams to get a minicab licence, and we confront the fraudsters behind the scam. Transport bosses now say they'll put almost 2,000 licence applications on hold. Guy Lynn has this exclusive report.
It's supposed to be a BTEC under strict exam conditions. This is the reality here.
I'm going to give you the answers here. Everyone's going to get their own answer sheet.
8 wannabe cab drivers at this college, Vista Training Solutions, get fed the answers for an assessment.
Don't get all of them right, get a few wrong.
They're told to get a few wrong to make the fraud more convincing.
Number 2, what's number 2? You put 9 here. Number 3? Yes, make mistake.
All minicab drivers in London must now pass exams, separately in English and map reading, to prove they're safe and qualified to get their badge from Transport for London or TfL to work.
And bring her slowly and carefully down.
The mandatory exams are usually sat at TfL testing centres, but private colleges, such as this reputable one, offer BTECs in taxi training. The BTECs prove the aspiring cabbies have been trained and rigorously assessed, so TfL accept them too.
Hi, I'm here to speak to Gertie.
But other colleges are just cheating those BTECs for cash. Gertie's a manager at Vista Training Solutions.
How it work? You have boys come in, take tests.
No test.
And so
I did a test for you.
okay,
That's why you're paying £500.
it's okay. I mean,
What do you mean?
is safe?
Yeah, of course, man. Normal
Just-
college, man. If anyone phones you, just have to say you did 3 days course. We've done over 300 students. But don't go telling people
No, I
that someone
don't.
does the test for you.
No.
Our researchers told to come at the end of the day. Check out how many others this place is cheating BTECs for.
How are you, man? I'll do the registers.
Everybody signs fake registers to dupe the authorities and examining bodies that they've attended the mandatory 3 days of training.
Full name, signature, number 1, please.
No problem.
They had already been filled in with specific dates. Everybody in the room signed the exact same sheet of paper, even though nobody attended for more than 1 hour. This is absolutely outrageous. It's a complete lie.
400, yes.
And then we just pay. This man and Gertie will later cheat the rest of the BTEC online exam, pretending to be the real candidates.
How you know all this stuff? How you remember?
Because we've done it for so many people. And all of them are working now.
Vista Training Solutions is a large college which got nearly £1.5 million of taxpayers' money from the Department of Education for its apprenticeships. Ofsted inspectors gave it a glowing report, unaware presumably of the behind-the-scenes cheating factory. Which mean that 2 weeks later, our researcher gets his BTEC. And guess what? It's a pass. Gertie even feels confident enough to spill the beans on why they faked the registers.
If the government came to do a control on us to see what are we just passing people, or are people coming to do something? Here's the register, he signed 3 days.
Our cheated BTEC can now be sent to TfL to get that cab driver licence. And according to these Vista managers, hundreds have been.
TfL will never stop you.
It's never stopped.
No.
But how widespread is this? We heard reports of similar fraud in other places. And TfL now say that as a direct result of BBC London's investigation, 1,667 applications are now on hold.
Passengers are getting into those vehicles and they need to know that they are safe. And to hear that parts of that are being forged around London, that is not right. That is really worrying. And TfL need to get a grip on this. They need to sort out their processes and make sure these rogue drivers are taken out of the licence system.
TfL said they would do that and are deeply concerned about the allegations. Vista Training Solutions told us they're shocked and are now launching an internal investigation. But what about managers Gertie Camilli and Abdullah Jamak? They both ignored us, but we finally managed to track down Gertie.
Hi there, Mr. Camilli. Can you tell me why you've been arranging qualifications for cash?
Not me, mate.
You've been arranging qualifications for cash. We've got you secretly recorded doing it. Why have you been doing it?
Not me.
It's not you?
No.
So who is it then we've got secretly recorded?
Not me.
Are you aware, Mr. Camilli, that what you're doing is a fraud and a crime?
Not me.
The authorities will be pretty interested in having a chat with this man. The question is, how many other fraudulently obtained licences are out there?
And on that note of numbers, guys, here, you uncovered the fraud. Do we have a sense of the scale of it?
Whereas I think it's really hard when you do an investigation like this to absolutely say for sure. But what we do know is that Vista Training Solutions, who you saw in the report, they said that they'd be doing hundreds of these and they'd be doing it for approximately 2 years. We've continued to hear reports of other similar kinds of fraud taking place. And what we, of course, know as well is now that TfL have said that they have put on hold a staggering nearly 2,000 cab applications. So it could be that this is very much just the tip of the iceberg.
And what's the Mayor had to say about it? Because ultimately, he's the boss of Transport for London.
Yeah, and absolutely, but buck stocks with him. I asked him exactly what his reaction was to the investigation by BBC London.
This is a very serious breach, and TfL and the police take it very seriously. This is a criminal offence. No operator or driver will receive a licence unless TfL can be assured that rules are being followed.
Surely our evidence shows that there are very big problems in this licensing process, and you should presumably be doing something about that yourself, surely.
Me as the Mayor wants to make sure that TfL is applying the rules fairly, and he's a regulator that applies the toughest rules of any city in the world.
And Guy, what about the college featured? What's been the response from the Department for Education?
Two interesting facts to remind about Vista Training Solutions. First is that in 2018 they got a very positive Ofsted report from the Department of Education, pretty glowing. They also have received since 2018 approximately £1.5 million of taxpayers' money for their apprenticeships. So I went to the Department of Education. I asked them what was the response to BBC London's investigation. They gave me a little statement. They said that they took a zero-tolerance attitude to fraud. They said that if a provider is found to be acting fraudulently, that we will not hesitate to take the necessary action. Now, I should remind you, of course, that what Vista Training Solutions say is that they're shocked, they're launching an internal investigation, and that the managers that we exposed are not working there anymore. But Riz, this is really serious stuff. So I would really expect there to be developments on this in the next days and weeks.
OK, and I know that you'll keep us posted. Guy, thank you for that.